The month of May. This is a phenomenon known in the motor racing world, predominantly stateside, but it is also a thing in the world of motorsport. Join me in this video as I talk a little bit about it, the etymology, and the wider picture. Because I don't know that many people that do. But before I get into it, my name's Cav. I talk about motorsport. Predominantly, well, pretty much exclusively four wheels, but predominantly in, well, series that I enjoy watching. I've been a rallying fan all my life, an F1 fan for most of it, a touring car fan for pretty much all of it, and in recent years I've been getting into more and more different series as I've covered stuff on this channel and continue through my sim racing journey. This year, my objective is to watch nearly 400 different races and rate every performance on it. You can check the videos out for that on the channel. But yeah, if you do enjoy this stuff, do hit the like button and do stick around. You'll get a massive flavour of different content from me on the daily basis. But let's get on with it. Starting off with what the month of May is. It's a term that I think originated in IndyCar. The Indy 500 happens at the end of May, Memorial Day in the United States. It's the late spring, late May bank holiday here in the UK. And the Indy 500 usually has a month building up to it, which includes the practice sessions that they do. There's an open practice. It happened, last week for IndyCar. Then they have a separate race nowadays on the Indianapolis road course. And then it gets to qualifying week, which includes bump day. Usually the fastest bunch of cars get through, it's the fastest 30 get through. Then you get to bump day where the last spot is secured on the grid. Then you have the fast 7, so the top shootout. And from there, the grid is set for the Indy 500, which happens that next week. But that day itself has a lot of racing in it. After the Indy 500 is the Coca-Cola 600, which some NASCAR drivers or IndyCar drivers have attempted the double of before. This year, Kyle Larson is doing it. He attempted it last year, but didn't get to run the Coke 600 due to the rain delays for the Indy 500 and the rain shortened Coca-Cola 600. He was there in the paddock waiting to get into the car, but it wasn't to be. And yeah, there are some drivers who have attempted the double before. Was it Kurt Busch and Tony Stewart most recently? I think Smoke ran all 1,100 miles over the course of the day. Nobody's done, a triple with F1, but I think you'd probably need a Concorde to be able to get out of Nice, which is the nearest airport to Monaco, to be able to get across to the States before the start of the Indy 500. And possibly the ACM being quite lenient with the start times. But, either way, let's talk about the wider impact of it. Because the month of May has a lot of racing, just full stop. Now, in terms of the races that I'm going to be covering this year, 61 of them take place in May. And including the 1st of June, because some events start in May and then go into the 1st of June, it would be 69 races. It's quite a nice number to have, isn't it? And it's more than any other month. I mean, June itself, if you include the ones on the 1st of June, is 55. July is 44. August, summer break for a lot of people, and winter break for some others, is 48. September 36. October 36, 29 for November, only 5 for December. But then if I go back to April, which is the month just gone, felt like a lot, only 34 races. And March itself was 26, February was, 13, and I only covered 4 races in the entire month of January. So what I'd like to do now is break down what races are coming up, and I'll do that on a week-by-week basis. Starting off with, I guess, the weekend just gone. Because for the weekend just gone, we've had WTCR in Mexico, we have had F1 and F1 Academy in Miami, we've had Formula E in Monaco, we've had the opening to the new Stock Car Pro Series. Now it's got SUVs instead of sedans. Super GT was in Fuji. GT World Challenge was the European part of it at Brands Hatch. You also had the European Le Mans Series at Le Castellet, Paul Ricard, IndyCar at Barber, and NASCAR at Texas Motor Speedway. Coming up in the week that I'm recording this video, this is coming out on the 5th of May, we have V8 Supercars in Tasmania. We have the World Endurance Championship with the 6 Hours of Spa. We have the Indianapolis Road Course Race. We have BTCC at Brands Hatch Indy, the European Rally Championship at Rally Hungary. We also have, I think it's IMSA, isn't it, in Monterey at Laguna Seca. And NASCAR is going to be going to Kansas. Then the next week, Formula E is in Tokyo for a doubleheader. F1, F2, and F3 are at Imola. Super Formulas at Autopolis. GT World Challenge Europe is at Zandvoort. The WRC is in Portugal. We also have the IndyCar qualifying for the Indy 500 and the NASCAR All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro, which is a lot of fun. Don't know if... I think Larson is racing in it, but he won't be practicing. They offered to someone else to practice the car, because who was it last year? Was it Kurt Busch? I can't remember. But they got somebody to jump into it last year and have some fun with it. Might have even been Boyer or Harvick. But they weren't able to get anybody in this year. I think they offered it to Jamie McMurray. Was it Jamie McMurray that they offered it to, or Carl Edwards? One of the two. I often get the two of them confused, but either way. In the weekend that has the triple header that I talked about, we have a lot more racing as well. So F1, F2, F3 are at Monaco. The World Rally Raid Championship will be wrapping up the South Africa Safari Rally. It's a new event in the World Rally Raid Championship calendar for this year. That's the lot that do, for example, the Dakar Rally. The DTM is at Lausitz, at the Lausitz Ring. The British Rally Championship has the Jim Clark Memorial Rally up in the Scottish borders. Stock Car Brazil is at Cascavel. The BTCC is at Snetterton. And yes, we have the Coca-Cola 600 and the Indy 500. And then at the end of May, crossing over into June, we have Formula E in Shanghai. It's the shortened circuit, not the full Grand Prix loop. F1, F2, and F3 in Barcelona. It's the last Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona for the foreseeable, given the mad ring that's going to be coming in next year. IndyCar and IMSA have another doubleheader, this time in Detroit. The European Rally Championship is in Scandinavia, whilst the World Rallycross Championship is scheduled to get underway in Portugal. You also have GT World Challenge Europe doing the endurance race, the 3 hours of Monza. And NASCAR is in Music City. It's in Nashville. And that is 61 or 69, depending on how you're interpreting it, races that fall under the remit of the month of May. Some of them, I think 16 of them, are in a single weekend. And I think that 16 in a single weekend is the highest count over the course of the year as well. And that's excluding different support series. Like NASCAR will have the trucks and Xfinity. Indy will have Indy Next. IMSA may have the IMSA Sports Cars as a supporting series. There is so much racing to watch, and I mean, I knew a lot of this stuff when I was going to commit to watching over 365 races over the 365 days that we have in 2025. But the sense of scale is actually pretty immense. Bearing in mind, the stuff that I'm including there does not include things like hill climb, does not include things like dirt ovals and sprint cars. It doesn't include other tin top series in places like France or Italy, where those are also quite prevalent. Doesn't include things like Scandinavian series, or, you know, GT Masters, or even the 12-hour series, or 24-hour series, sorry, the I just said that because a lot of them end up being 12-hour races. The Creventic series, for those of you who are people who run in iRacing, there is just so much racing to watch. And if you do want to hear my thoughts on all that stuff, you can subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I do daily videos. I try to get a short out every day as well, which is a clip from the longer form videos as well. And yeah, I enjoy doing that. So you get almost an encyclopedic understanding of motorsports as a result. You get to know who are the big runners and riders in the different series, who is there that you might recognise from one series who's going into another. There's a big crossover between Formula E and the World Endurance Championship, for example, even bigger when we get to Le Mans. But even in the run-up to Le Mans, at the race at Spa this coming week, Pascal Wehrlein is going to be in the Porsche because he's going to be running at Le Mans in the third seat. It's a lot of fun. And I've been making daily videos on the internet now for over a decade. So I hope you'll join me on the journey. Thank you so much for watching and joining. And until next time, bye for now.